Shalom, my friends. I want to ask you a question. If I gave you $1,000 right now, what would you do with it? Would you spend it? Would you save it? Would you invest it? And more importantly, do you know how to multiply it? Because here's the truth. The difference between those who build wealth and those who stay broke is not how much money they make. It's what they do with the money they have. You can make $1 million a year and still be broke if you don't know how to multiply money. Or you can start with $1,000 and turn it into a fortune if you understand the principles of multiplication. Today, I'm going to reveal to you the ancient Jewish secrets on how to multiply money. These are principles from the Torah, from the Talmud, from thousands of years of Jewish wisdom on wealth building. And I'm going to show you exactly how to apply these principles to multiply $1,000 in 2025 and 2026. But before I give you the practical strategies, I need to give you the spiritual foundation. Because without the right mindset, without the right understanding of what money is and how it works, all the strategies in the world won't help you. So, let me start with a story from the Torah that will change the way you think about money forever. In the book of Genesis, there is a story about Isaac, the son of Abraham. There was a famine in the land, and everyone was struggling. Most people were leaving, trying to find better opportunities elsewhere. But God told Isaac, "Stay in this land. Do not go down to Egypt. Stay here, and I will bless you." Now, this didn't make sense. There was a famine, there was no food, there was no opportunity. Logic said, "Leave, go somewhere better." But Isaac obeyed. He stayed. And the Torah tells us something remarkable. Isaac planted crops in the land, and the same year reaped 100-fold because the Lord blessed him. 100-fold. That means if Isaac planted $1,000 worth of seed, he harvested $100,000 worth of crops in 1 year during a famine when everyone else was struggling. This is the principle of multiplication. And it's not just about farming. It's about understanding how God designed wealth to work. Wealth is not created by hoarding. Wealth is created by planting, by sowing, by investing, by taking what you have, no matter how small, and putting it to work. But here's the key. Isaac didn't just plant anywhere. He planted in the land where God told him to plant. He planted with purpose. He planted with faith. He planted with wisdom. And because of this, he didn't just get a return. He got the 100-fold return. This is what I want to teach you today. How to take your $1,000 and plant it in the right soil, in the right way, so that it multiplies. Not just grows, multiplies. Now, let me be very clear about something. Most people will tell you to put your $1,000 in the stock market or in a savings account or in a CD. And while these are not bad options, they are not multiplication strategies. They are preservation strategies at best. Let me show you the math. If you put $1,000 in a savings account with an average interest rate of 0.33%, after 5 years you'll have $1,106. That's a gain of $106 in 5 years. That's not multiplication. That's barely keeping up with inflation. If you put it in a CD with a 5-year term at 1.37%, you'll have $1,068. Better, but still not multiplication. Even if you put it in the stock market and get an average return of 7% per year, after 5 years you'll have about $1,400. That's a $400 gain. better than the other options, but still not life-changing, still not multiplication. So what do? How do you actually multiply $1,000? Let me give you the 5 Torah-based principles of multiplication that will transform your financial life. Principle number 1. Invest in yourself first. In the Talmud, there is a teaching: the best merchandise is knowledge. This means that the highest return on investment is not in stocks, not in real estate, not in crypto. It's in yourself. It's in your skills, your knowledge, your abilities. Warren Buffett, who is not Jewish but understands this principle, said, "The best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn." Think about it this way. If you invest $1,000 in the stock market and get a 7% return, you make $70 in the first year. But if you invest $1,000 in learning a high-income skill like copywriting, coding, sales, marketing, or consulting, you could increase your income by $10,000, $20,000, or even $50,000 per year. That's not a 7% return. That's a 1,000% return, or more. That's multiplication. So the first thing you should do with your $1,000 is ask, what skill can I learn that will increase my earning potential? What knowledge can I acquire that will make me more valuable in the marketplace? Maybe it's taking a course on digital marketing. Maybe it's learning how to code. Maybe it's mastering sales. Maybe it's studying real estate investing. Whatever it is, invest in yourself first, because the return on that investment will dwarf any other investment you can make. Principle number 2. Create a second income stream. In the Torah, we are taught the principle of diversification. In the book of Ecclesiastes, King Solomon writes, "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, or even to 8, for you do not know what disaster may happen on earth." This is ancient wisdom about not putting all your eggs in one basket. It's about creating multiple streams of income, so that if one fails, you can still have others. In today's world, this is easier than ever. You can use your $1,000 to start a side business. You can start an online business, a consulting business, a service business, a product business. The Internet has made it possible to start a business with very little capital. The key is to start something that solves a problem, that adds value, that serves others. Because when you create value, money follows. And once you have a second income stream, you can reinvest the profits to grow it even more. This is how you multiply money. Principle number 3. Use the power of leverage. In the Torah, there is a story about Elisha and the widow's oil. A widow came to Elisha in distress. Her husband had died, and she was in debt. The creditors were coming to take her 2 sons as slaves to pay the debt. She had nothing left except a small jar of oil. Elisha said to her, "Go, borrow vessels from all your neighbors, empty vessels, not just a few. Then go in and shut the door behind you and your sons and pour into all these vessels." So she did. She borrowed vessels from all her neighbors, and as she poured from her small jar of oil, it kept flowing. It filled one vessel, then another, then another. It didn't stop until every vessel was full. Then she sold the oil, paid off her debt, and had enough left over to live on. This is the principle of leverage. She took the little she had and multiplied it by borrowing vessels. She leveraged other people's resources to multiply her own. In today's world, leverage can mean many things. It can mean using other people's time by hiring employees or freelancers. It can mean using other people's money by getting investors or loans. It can mean using other people's audiences by partnering with influencers or affiliates. It can mean using technology to automate and scale. The key is to ask, how can I use leverage to multiply the impact of my $1,000? How can I turn $1,000 into $10,000 or $100,000 by using resources beyond my own? Principle number 4. Invest in assets that produce passive income. In the Torah, we are taught the principle of the Sabbath. 6 days you work, and on the 7th day you rest. But here's the deeper meaning. You should work in such a way that your money works for you, even when you're resting. Warren Buffett said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." This is the principle of passive income. You want to invest your $1,000 in assets that generate income without requiring your active labor. This could be dividend-paying stocks, index funds, real estate investment trusts, rental properties, or even digital products that you create once and sell repeatedly. The key is to shift from trading time for money to creating assets that generate money over time. This is how the wealthy build wealth. They don't just earn income, they build income-producing assets. Principle number 5. Pay off high-interest debt first. In the Torah we are taught, the borrower is slave to the lender. Debt is bondage. It steals your freedom. It steals your peace. It steals your future. If you have high-interest debt, credit card debt at 18 or 20%, paying it off is the best investment you can make, because every dollar you pay off is like earning an 18 or 20% return. You can't find that kind of guaranteed return anywhere else. So, if you have $1,000 and you have high-interest debt, pay it off first. Free yourself from bondage. Then you can start building wealth. Now, let me give you a practical plan for how to multiply $1,000 in 2025 and 2026 using these 5 principles. Step 1. Take $500 and invest it in yourself. Buy a course, hire a coach, attend a seminar, buy books, learn a high-income skill that will increase your earning potential. This is your foundation. Step 2. Take $300 and start a side business or income stream. It could be freelancing, consulting, selling products online, creating digital content. Start something that adds value and generates income. Step 3. Take $100 and invest it in passive income assets. Open a brokerage account and start investing in index funds like VOO or SPY. Even if it's just $100, start building the habit of investing. Step 4. Take the remaining $100 and use it as your emergency fund or to pay down debt if you have any. Now, here's where the multiplication happens. As you learn new skills, your income increases. As your income increases, you have more money to invest in your side business. As your side business grows, you have more money to invest in passive income assets. And as your passive income grows, you have more financial freedom to take bigger risks and pursue bigger opportunities. This is the flywheel of wealth building. It starts small, but it compounds over time. And within 1 to 2 years, that initial $1,000 will have multiplied many times over, not just in the money itself, but in the skills, the income streams, the assets, and the opportunities it created. Let me give you a personal example. When I was in my 20s, I had very little money, but I took $1,000 and invested it in learning how to teach Torah in a way that was engaging and practical. I bought books, I attended seminars, I hired a mentor. That investment increased my ability to attract students, which increased my income. Then I took some of that income and started a small consulting business, helping other rabbis and Jewish organizations with their teaching and communication. That business grew. And as it grew, I started investing in real estate and in the stock market. And over time, that initial $1,000 investment multiplied into millions. Not because I was lucky, not because I was smarter than everyone else, but because I understood the principles of multiplication. I understood that money is not meant to be hoarded. Money is meant to be planted, to be sown, to be invested in the right soil so that it can grow and multiply. In the book of Proverbs, King Solomon writes, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." This is the key. Multiplication requires diligence. It requires patience. It requires wisdom. It requires faith. You can't just throw money at something and hope it multiplies. You have to be strategic. You have to be intentional. You have to plant in the right soil. So here is my challenge to you. Take your $1,000 or whatever amount you have and apply these 5 principles. Invest in yourself. Create a second income stream. Use leverage. Build passive income assets. Pay off high-interest debt. And then, for the next 12 to 24 months, commit to the process. Don't expect overnight results. Don't chase get-rich-quick schemes. Stay focused, stay diligent, stay faithful. And I promise you, if you do this, you will look back in 2 years and be amazed at how much your $1,000 has multiplied, not just in money, but in skills, in opportunities, in confidence, in freedom. Remember the words of Isaac. He planted during a famine and reaped 100-fold. You can do the same. You can plant your $1,000 in the right soil and watch it multiply beyond your wildest expectations. Shalom, and may you be blessed with the wisdom to plant wisely and the faith to trust in the process of multiplication. Now, I want to go deeper into each of these strategies and give you specific, actionable steps that you can take today to start multiplying your $1,000. Let's start with investing in yourself. This is the most important principle, and yet it's the one most people ignore. They think that investing in yourself is a luxury, something you do after you've made money. But the truth is, investing in yourself is how you make money in the first place. So what does it mean to invest in yourself? It means acquiring skills that the marketplace values. It means becoming more valuable so that you can command higher compensation. It means positioning yourself as an expert, as someone who solves problems, as someone who creates value. Here are some specific skills you can learn with $1,000 or less that will dramatically increase your income. Copywriting. This is the skill of writing persuasive sales copy. Every business needs copywriters. You can learn this skill through online courses, books, and practice. And once you master it, you can charge anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 per project. Digital marketing. This includes skills like social media marketing, email marketing, SEO, and paid advertising. Businesses are desperate for people who can help them get more customers online. You can learn these skills through courses and certifications, and then offer your services as a freelancer or consultant. Sales. This is one of the highest paid skills in the world. If you can sell, you will never be broke. You can learn sales through books, courses, and, most importantly, through practice. Start selling something, anything, and learn the process. Coding. If you're more technically inclined, learning to code can open up incredible opportunities. You don't need to become a software engineer. Just learning the basics of web development or app development can allow you to build products or offer services that generate significant income. Consulting. If you already have expertise in a particular area, whether it's business, finance, health, relationships, or anything else, you can package that expertise and sell it as consulting services. Invest in learning how to structure your consulting offers, how to attract clients, and how to deliver results. The key is to choose one skill, invest in learning it deeply, and then immediately start applying it to generate income. Don't just learn for the sake of learning. Learn so that you can earn. Now, let's talk about creating a second income stream. This is where most people get stuck. They know they should start a side business, but they don't know what to start or how to start it. Here's my advice. Start with what you know. Start with what you're good at. Start with what people are already asking you for help with. You don't need a revolutionary idea. You just need to solve a problem that people are willing to pay for. Let me give you some examples of side businesses you can start with $1,000 or less. Freelancing. Offer your skills as a service. If you're good at writing, offer writing services. If you're good at design, offer design services. If you're good at marketing, offer marketing services. Use platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or LinkedIn to find clients. Consulting. Package your expertise and sell it as consulting. You can do one-on-one consulting, group coaching, or even create online courses. The key is to position yourself as an expert who can solve a specific problem. E-commerce. You can start an online store selling physical products. You don't need to hold inventory. You can use drop shipping or print-on-demand services. Find a niche. Find products that solve problems in that niche and start selling. Content creation. If you're good at creating content, whether it's writing, video, or audio, you can monetize it through ads, sponsorships, affiliate marketing, or selling your own products and services. This takes time to build, but once you have an audience, the income potential is enormous. Service business. Start a local service business like lawn care, cleaning, handyman services, tutoring, or personal training. These businesses require very little capital to start, and there's always demand for quality services. The key is to start small. Test your idea, get your first customers, and then reinvest your profits to grow. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait until you have all the answers. Start now. learn as you go, and adjust based on feedback. Now, let's talk about leverage. This is the principle that separates those who build small businesses from those who build empires. Leverage is about multiplying your impact without multiplying your effort. There are 4 types of leverage you can use. Labor leverage. This is using other people's time. As your business grows, you can hire employees, contractors, or freelancers to do the work. This allows you to serve more customers without working more hours. Capital leverage. This is using other people's money. You can get investors, take out loans, or use credit to fund your business growth. The key is to use this leverage wisely, only for investments that will generate a return greater than the cost of the capital. Technology leverage. This is using software, automation, and systems to multiply your output. For example, you can use email marketing software to reach thousands of people with one message. You can use automation tools to handle repetitive tasks. You can use AI to enhance your productivity. Audience leverage. This is using other people's audiences to reach more customers. You can partner with influencers, do joint ventures, use affiliate marketing, or guest post on popular platforms. This allows you to reach thousands or millions of people without building your own audience from scratch. With $1,000, you can start implementing leverage in small ways. Maybe you hire a virtual assistant for a few hours a week to handle administrative tasks. Maybe you invest in software that automates part of your business. Maybe you reach out to someone with a larger audience and propose a partnership. The key is to always be thinking, how can I multiply my impact without multiplying my effort? How can I get more results with the same or less input? Now, let's talk about passive income. This is the holy grail of wealth building. Passive income is money that comes in whether you're working or not. It's money that flows while you sleep, while you're on vacation, while you're spending time with your family. Here are some specific ways to generate passive income with $1,000. Index funds. As I mentioned earlier, you can invest in index funds like VOO, SPY, VTI, or QQQ. These funds give you exposure to hundreds of companies and they pay dividends. Over time, as the market grows, your investment grows. The key is to invest consistently, every month, and let compound interest work its magic. Dividend stocks. You can invest in individual stocks that pay high dividends. Companies like AT&T, Verizon, Coca-Cola, and Johnson & Johnson have a history of paying consistent dividends. The dividends get paid to you quarterly, and you can reinvest them to buy more shares, which generates even more dividends. REITs, Real Estate Investment Trusts, are companies that own and operate real estate. When you invest in a REIT, you get a share of the rental income and property appreciation. REITs are required to pay out 90% of their profits as dividends, so they tend to have high yields. Examples include VNQ and USRT. Real estate crowdfunding. Platforms like Fundrise, Realty Mogul, and CrowdStreet allow you to invest in real estate projects with as little as $500 to $1,000. You get a share of the rental income and appreciation without having to buy or manage property yourself. Digital products. You can create a digital product once and sell it repeatedly. This could be an ebook, an online course, a template, a software tool, or any other digital asset. Once it's created, it generates income with minimal ongoing effort. affiliate marketing. You can promote other people's